Alright, so this is the next video in the series that I'm doing on shipping from China to Amazon FBA. And in this video we're going to be talking about freight forwarders, often classified as NVOCCs, which is non-vessel operating common carrier. The ones that you've probably heard of even before getting into the Amazon game are your UPSs, your DHLs, your FedExes. These are the small pack providers. They specialize in little shipments of £5 and £10, and they're going to be probably the one that one of these companies you can use for your first shipment to Amazon FBA, because they're a brand name. You've got some confidence in them, and as I say, if your shipment is under 150 kg and it's under $2,500 in value, you're going to be able to ship it via air, nice and quick, and you're going to get a fairly good rate from these guys. The $2,500 benchmark is actually that deals with US customs, and this is basically the difference. It's the line in the sand between a formal and an informal entry. We'll talk more about this in a future video. But let's go to the freight forwarders for larger shipments. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of them in the US. And the way that a freight forwarder works is they're going to approach a shipping company and they're going to say, listen, can I get 100 containers on your ship? Can you give us a bulk deal for that? And of course the shipping company will do that. And then you're going to get a deal thanks to that discounted rate that's going to knock down to you, and you're going to get a better price as well for your space that you get in the container, versus going and buying one container or just having a couple of pallets in someone else's container, where it's going to cost you a lot more money. So if you approach these freight forwarders when you've got a larger shipment, a shipment which is going to be over 150 kgs, a shipment which is going to be over $2,500 in value, then you're probably going to get a better deal with one of these other companies than you would with your UPSs, etc. Especially if you're going to use a UPS or a FedEx or a DHL and you're going to use them on an ocean freight. You're definitely going to be paying a lot more money there, and so you're going to be able to find a better deal elsewhere. So there's going to be good cost savings there for you. Also with these guys, with these smaller freight forwarding companies which specialize in larger shipments, but they do smaller shipments as well, it's important to note that, you're going to get better customer service. A particular one that I use, they gave me a 30-minute Skype consultation. I got to talk to the guy about all my issues and my worries that I had with the particular shipment. I wanted to make sure it got in on time. There was a certain US customs law which had just passed, and I wasn't sure whether my shipment would be able to get through safely, etc. And he talked me through all of that. And you're definitely not going to get that sort of level of personalized attention from your UPSs, FedExes, etc. And of course with the other freight forwarding companies which are slightly smaller and they can offer that better customer care, it's ideal for FBAs, when you need to have your barcodes added to your units, and you want to make sure that the FBA labels are added to the shipping cartons, etc., etc. Everything that's involved, which is slightly different with an Amazon FBA shipment, these guys are going to be able to help you with. So yeah, even with these guys, you're going to be able to sort of negotiate a better deal, especially if you can shop around on Google and find a few different companies, and you can kind of play them off against each other and ask if they can give you a good deal. That's something I definitely recommend. It's something that I've done. But for your first shipment, maybe you're going to want to stick to one of the big guys, the UPSs, the DHLs, etc. But once you become a little bit more experienced, then definitely get out there, get a bit more adventurous, take a risk if you like, and I'm sure you're going to be saving some money from this. These two guys here are two examples of other freight forwarding companies which I've used. As you can see, FBA Forward, absolutely 100%. They specialize in helping FBAs, and so do AMZ Transit. The AMZ Transit are the people who gave me the Skype consultation, and I'm going to be using them again. I think they offer a fantastic service and were way cheaper than anybody else that I've used, so absolutely go look them up. That's pretty much it for this video. As I say, go away on Google, do some digging, find some other companies, and you can find some good quotes. Again, if it's your first shipment, perhaps stick to the UPSs, etc. Or why not go and have a look for those other guys? As you see, FBA Forward, fantastic service. AMZ Transit, great service too. And if you are particularly worried about certain aspects of a shipment, then as I say, AMZ Transit will give you that Skype consultation and may be able to answer some questions for you that you otherwise would have to go to a seller forum for, or something like that. So that's the end of that video, and I'll see you again in the next one.